Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome here at Al Madar. And today we want to touch upon briefly a topic which is related to our parents. It's often that we give a lot of attention and time to our children, raising our children. But often, sometimes, all the effort we put into our children, we sometimes forget about the ones who looked after us when we were children. Now, especially during the month of Ramadan, it can sometimes, for some people, be a very lonely time. Which is why those of us who are busy with lots of little children running around should often or try our best to engage as much as possible with our parents and not forget about our parents during this month of Ramadan. Be dutiful to them, be kind to them, try our best to invite them all the right time for iftar or go to their houses for iftar. Try and make this a family month. And like I say, all the times in Ramadan, all activities that we do during Ramadan, hopefully with the intention that it will continue after Ramadan. So there are plenty of verses of the Quran and in the Hadith of the Messenger of Allah which highlights the virtue, the immense virtue of being good to your parents and be righteous to your parents. The reward of being musahiba, to have been a good companion, close companion to them, even if they invite you to a shirk. Allah says, وَلَا تُطِعْهُمَا, but don't obey them in that, obviously. وَصَاحِبُهُمَا بِالدِّينِ مَعْرُوفًا, but also be good to them bin ma'roof, with righteousness. So this is something that we have to pay attention to. Allah specifically said, don't obey them if they invite you to shirk. And if they invite you to the worst of all sins, don't obey them. But in the same breath, do not fall short in the rights they have over you. Don't fall short in the rights that they have over you. Especially not during the time of Ramadan. We should never speak ill of our parents. We should always speak good of our parents. What they've done for us, how they looked after us. Sometimes our parents may have shortcomings. And sometimes we may even think, oh, parents don't like us, parents don't love us, they never treated me well when I was young, and so on and so forth. But we have no idea how or what was going through their minds when we were young and how we perceive them to be. Sometimes parents treat their children in a certain way that to them they think it's being love, but showing love to their children, trying to make them strong for this dunya, but the child didn't perceive it that way. So we need to put aside our assumptions about our parents, even if we genuinely believe that our parents don't like us or not respectful to us. We still need to provide and fulfill our end of the deal or the bargain or our end of the relationship. So even if our parents or we have malice or grudges towards our parents, we should never ever speak ill about them, always speak good about them and treat them well. We should never speak over them. So when they are speaking, have respect. Allow them to finish their sentence. Allow them to speak. And when you find an entrance into the conversation, then speak. If you want to have something to add to the conversation, then add something to the conversation. But always treat them like the kings and queens that they are in our homes. And always be on and do not make them at any point in time feel small. Even if you know something they don't know. So remember, a lot of things have changed nowadays. We have mobile phones, we have internet, we have online shopping, we have blah, 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 blah. Some of the things only existed in the last couple of years, in maybe decade, where some of our parents were alive in the 60s, the 50s, even the 40s, if it depended on how old they are. And they've lived most of their life not even knowing what a computer was. So we might get this impression, oh yeah, we know more than them. And sometimes that will come out in our speech, in our behavior. We should never, ever make our parents feel small. This is one of the biggest, well, not the biggest, but one of those ways in which we can be an aaq, someone who is disrespectful or disrespectful to our parents. Always treat them with love and respect. And if they don't know something, educate them upon knowledge, upon piety, righteousness, and try our best to honor them in all that they do. And from honoring your parents, also, as ulama say in books of fiqh, is also to honor their friends. So being nice with their friends, being respectful to their friends, even if it means calling up their friends, asking how they are, if they need any help. Because being respectful to their friends is being respectful to your parents. That's one of the actual means in which you can honor your parents and be respectful to your parents, is actually to honor their family, or not their family, honor their friends and their associates. So with that, inshallah, hopefully you can benefit from this Ramadan by directing a lot of your effort and your love and attention to those who looked after you when you were young. And I ask Allah to place barakah and blessing in your Ramadan. Like this video, subscribe, share with your friends and family, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.